It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
They begin with a run by Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
11.
Burrow will throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And Delphi away, showing off the pass rush skills.
That's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but he'll still bring up a 4th down.
One of the things we talked about coming into this was we had every impression of the fight that he's going to have for 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. But on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They run off tackle right with Hill. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman
from 13 yards out.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play commitment to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something from the play, and they got it done there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it
now Burrow loses the football,
and it's picked up by the Ravens. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Burrow changing the look. On second and inches. Burrow. That's complete to the tight end sample. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To Mixon on the check down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. He will find his man Chase complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to...
And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. .30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. On the move to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The coverage maybe too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. For quarter number 3, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson now.
That's going deep for Bateman.
This is intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Now Burrow going to change things up. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Burrow on play action. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine, but going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up. That's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
This Hill on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it first and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up second down. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Wiggles free. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
Here we go.
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time, and it's Cincinnati first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gun.
And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And Burrow going to change the play.
12.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Burrow looking to pass. Slant pass to Boyd. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow flushed out right. And this one too low.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for
And with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's Jackson.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return is Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
And how about that play right there? 4th quarter, tie game, both sides trying to figure out who's going to make the big play. We just saw it right there in front of us. That's a monster return.
Indeed, breaking that tie with an exclamation mark.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Ravens 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Jackson to throw.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end, Andrews.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout. Throwing, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
One last shot for Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.